Oh my gosh. I'm laughing. I'm laughing, guys. I want to welcome you. Hold on. All right, Stephanie says, could she missed it? Could I do that again? She missed it. Could I do that again? Okay, hold on, Stephanie. This is for you. Hold on. This is how it goes, just like this over here. This is Lester about to come in and join and start a live. This is the way you make me feel. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is Lester making his entrance, about to start a live. And no, I'm not grabbing my crotch. I'm keeping my left arm stabilized. I believe that Facebook is here. Facebook is just getting here. Okay, one last time. Give me what's. Oh my gosh, this is becoming ridiculous. Okay, and here comes Lester coming in to start his live. All right, here we go. Ready? And action. According to the lady who sent me this cane or this walking stick, it appears as though you all think that this is where my life has become. This is where my life has become. I took out. Listen, I'm gonna. Oh no, where did I put it? Oh, Lester Eugene Morrow. Where did I put it? Oh, there was a gift thing. You know how they have the little thing that comes with this that you can read? Oh, there it is. It's still in there. All right. Here we go. A gift for you. Lester, I considered sending this initially when you injured your shoulder, but I didn't. But I am doing it now. I sure hope it helps. Just a little FYI, it has a little spike under the rubber cap. This is the rubber cap. Oh my God, look. Looky. Now, I don't know exactly why that spike would be there, but this is from Teresa. Teresa, thank you very much. But I'll tell you what, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. Yes. And then number two. Let me address two things real fast. Teresa, this was very kind of you, and thank you so very much. Thank everybody for coming in and joining the live. I appreciate that. It means a lot to have you guys here, especially when they just pop up out of random. There was no particular reason for the live. I just thought, you know what? I'm at Longhorn Lester's. I have a pretty good signal. It's a beautiful day. Things are going pretty good. So let me go live. But I do have some things to talk to you about. One of those things is, now listen, I don't know how computers and phones work, but I do know my right from my left, and I do know pain when I feel it. Now, I don't know exactly how you're looking at me right now, but this is my left shoulder. This is my right arm, the one that I say the pledge with, the one that you salute with. This is my right hand. This is the hand that I do everything with, okay? This is my dominant arm. This right shoulder is fine. I have no problem with my right shoulder whatsoever. So woe is me when a lady in the comments said, Lester, I know you're trying to pull something over on all of us. She goes, because supposedly in one video, it was your left shoulder was injured, and now you're wrapping the right shoulder. No, this is the only shoulder that I ever wrap. So when I'm looking at the computer screen, someone help explain this to this lady and maybe to everyone else. I don't know how you're doing it or how you're seeing it in your mind. But this is my right hand. This is my left hand. Right shoulder, left shoulder. And this is the one that I always baby. Now listen, if I'm making a video like I am now, and I'm in video mode, and I'm recording myself. I don't know if you can see this or not. I don't know how this looks to you all. Um, I don't understand why this lady made this comment, and there was about 100 people reacted to it and thought, "Yeah, you're onto something. You're right. That's his wrong. That's the wrong shoulder." And so Lester's trying to pull something over on you. I don't know how this works, and I can't read how fast the comments are going, but there's something about either mirror, I think it's called mirroring, or not mirroring the how it all works. And so someone says flip your phone. Uh, Sometimes it does show us things in reverse. Well, it may show you things in reverse, but the shoulder has not changed. I've not changed shoulders on you all. I don't know exactly how to explain how the phone and how the camera here records and if it mirrors or if it doesn't mirror. So here's an example. If I show you this Dr. Pepper, are you reading it the correct way? Does it show it to you the correct way? And if it does, then I think that I have my laptop set up correctly. But if I was to make a video with my phone and I showed you Dr. Pepper, it might actually show it saying, the reverse. It may be backwards to you. I don't know. So does it really matter? I'm not trying to pull something over on you. It's the same shoulder, and I don't know why there's so many people who thought I had forgotten which shoulder I had injured. Trust me, I've not forgotten. Anyway, the live was not about that. I wanted to address those couple of things. This was funny. That comment and 100 people calling me a liar was not. But hey, it is what it is. I can't explain it to you. I don't know how all the technology works. I like what we're doing now with the StreamYard. I love the way I can sit down, and as long as I have a good internet signal, I can come live, and I can do it from both properties now, which is amazing. Oh, and you're probably saying, wait, Lester, why are you sitting outside? How come you're not inside the Love Shack, the Live Shack? Don't worry, the Live Shack is right there. And I am just sitting outside because today is an absolute gorgeous day. I mean, it is gorgeous. The weather is perfect. I could wear a sweater if I wanted to. I could wear a hoodie. I could put on one of those fancy flannels that Jamie bought me. But I didn't do any of that. I just got on a t-shirt because it just feels amazing. And so I want to show y'all a video that I recorded yesterday. And I also want to tell you thank you for the number of people who came to support me in my I'm a Survivor Sanctuary Facebook page yesterday when I had to do what I felt like I had to do with the dog that had come onto the property and killed a chicken. So let me go ahead and give a little bit of a backstory for anyone who might be new to the page or those who don't know the whole story. But I'll make this fast. I will make this very fast. We have a very serious problem back at I'm a Survivor Sanctuary, and this has been an ongoing problem for a while, but it does come in spurts. It comes in spurts. If you know what that means, it comes in spurts. It like comes and goes and comes and goes. I don't know what determines when it happens, but when it happens, it is bad. And the problem would be predators. But unlike the predators that you're probably thinking, coyotes, feral hogs, and of the sort, bobcats, fox, possum, raccoons, skunks, armadillos. Yeah, all of those are predators. And we've had to deal with every single one of those at some point along the way. But right now, the issue that we're having and all of the babies that we have lost, I would say for the most part. And even my dad's dog being injured to the point that he will forever have ligament damage has all come from neighborhood dogs. Neighborhood dogs. And so you all know that last week, one day, Brienne lost a goat. And I believe in her video, she said that it was gray. They couldn't see, but it was gray. And they think it might have been a coyote, could have been a dog. Well, the thing is, in our surveillance cameras, the ones that we have around I'm a Survivor, guys, we have seen a number of dogs come onto the property, walking around the house, the porch, and going out towards the barns at night. And on our surveillance cameras, you can't always tell the color because they record in black and white. But I told Brianna, I says, don't be so sure that it was a coyote because there's also dogs and lots of them. So what I did one day, it was, I forgot what day it was, but it was middle of the day and I heard the dogs barking. I heard the dogs barking. And so what do? I go look out the window and I peek and I see a dog walking along Aunt Joanne's driveway. And so as fast as I can, I go ahead and go get my rifle. My initial plan was to just walk out and shoot it in the air or shoot it into the ground, scream and holler and scare the dog away. But guys, listen, this particular dog had come over there with something. He had a plan. He had a plan in mind. And before I had time to go get my rifle out of the safe, load it, walk out the door, find the dog, by that time he'd already come around back behind the barn, I guess cornered himself a chicken. Brienne, who was on her porch, saw the whole thing. I run out the side of the house with my rifle. She tells me where the dog is at. And so I got on the four-wheeler and I drove down and I did. I went ahead and I shot that dog. And so that was a little bit difficult to talk about because just a week ago I lost a dog. And I lost a dog. And so, like I talked about a little bit yesterday, it was very hard to know that I was going through what I was going through with the loss of our beloved Maggie. And here I am having to shoot someone's dog. But, and then, of course, I'm reading the comments on the video, and then someone was happy to remind me that, Lester, shame on you for shooting that dog, because has it not been your very own dog, Trixie, that has killed a turkey and a number of your chickens? And so, yes, it in fact has been Trixie who has done that. And so we've tried to find ways to make it to where Trixie doesn't have access to those kind of things anymore. But besides all of that, now that you're all caught up and now that you all know the ongoing divide that I have, the divide of, did I do the right thing? Did I not do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Did I not do the right thing? Should I have found some other way to deal with this? And so I did what I had done, and I put out that video, not sure how it was going to be received. And I'm blessed to say that overwhelmingly you guys were very kind, and I appreciate that. Because I'm going to go ahead and just say this, and it may come out wrong to you, but I believe that every citizen, every single one of you have the right to defend your home, your family, and your property. Listen, I'm going to say that, and this is nothing political, but I really do think that every single one of us, no matter if you're brown or white or black or age, it doesn't matter. I think that every human has a right to defend their home and their property, your family. And so us having, so many animals that we love and take care of and try to protect the best that we can, we kept losing our chickens. And not only were we losing our chickens, we were losing an occasional duck. My dad had lost guineas. Kim had lost guineas. Now, I'm not upset about the guineas. I'm joking. But we also had my buddy's wife. Buddy's my nephew. And so his wife, Stephanie, raises chickens. She had a dog come into her place and kill every one of hers. Kim lost, I believe, every one of her chickens. That's my sister. Brienne lost a goat. And so we knew that at some point you had to, take matters into your own hands. And so what I did was kill that dog. Okay. That was videos played. It was okay. It was well received on YouTube, and so I'll be hoping that when it finally makes its way to Facebook, folks on Facebook will be equally understanding, because that particular dog will not be a nuisance to us anymore. Let me show you what I recorded yesterday. If you'll bear with me, I want to show you what I recorded yesterday. Now, this is the 2 days after I'd killed the dog. This is the rest of that pack.
This. That's the whole pack. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 right there. There's 1 laying on the ground.
Now, guys, I'm sorry to break in. I'm sorry to break into this. But what I want you to understand is look at the proximity of where those 4 dogs are at in relation to where we live. You're actually, where I'm standing is right behind my truck, right outside of our sliding glass door. I think most of y'all can see the fence line right there to where our littles are at. And they're right past the littles pasture, right alongside our cemetery. Some of y'all may have saw the flag flying in the cemetery over my Uncle Raleigh's grave. And so there's 4 dogs that are hanging around right there. Now, why are they hanging around? What are they up to? What are they doing? Well, number one, they are already on our property. So that's Aunt Joanne's hayfield. That's where we get all of our hay from. And at this point, they're not bothering anybody. And so at this point, I'm not grabbing my gun to go shoot at them. I'm not. But I want you to watch. Continue watching, please.
I'm zoomed in as far as I can. I know you guys can't see. It's probably very shaky.
Here comes the sad part.
Here's what's sad. She's terrified to go eat.
Look at her.
For the dogs. She knows they're there.
Let me back up to what she was doing just for a second. Guys, do you think that from all of the killings that old Nanny Goat has had to witness, all the times that she's probably laid huddled together with the other goats inside the barn, wondering and just waiting if they're going to come for her next? Seriously, she sees the dogs. She knows who they are. She has heard, she has probably seen with her own eyes what they have done. And she's terrified. She's on high alert. She's watching.
She knows they're there.
And as you can see, there's no other ducks, there's no geese, there's no chickens, there's no other goats. They've all ran away. Now, listen, I'm like you. You're probably looking out across there saying, wow, some of those dogs look really pretty. Some of those dogs look well taken care of. I can't tell what kind of dog it is, but that dog right there looks gorgeous. That's a really pretty looking dog. I can't tell from here what kind it is, but he looks fat. He looks healthy. And I would suspect that that dog is probably somebody's, here we go. I would suspect that that dog is probably somebody's pet. It might be some kind of a pit bull, because you can see how large and stocky he is. And but it's a beautiful looking dog. And guys, I you know what? Without even knowing the dog, I don't have any resentment or any hate for that dog. But here's where my anger lies. Who in the world would have a dog that they have obviously probably paid money for, brought home, it's probably had his vaccinations, all of his shots, and yet they allow it just to run free, And that same dog ends up hanging out with these 2 dogs, this dog lying over here in the grass. And next thing you know, my friends, I'm sorry. I don't know which of the dogs is the one that starts it, but once one animal begins the chase or the hunt, then the other animals are all going to jump in. You've seen that happen with all kinds of animal species. Even our cows here at Longhorn Lester's, if we have one take off running, they all take off running. It's just something that they do. I don't understand it.
And the thing is, those are probably, if those dogs were given a good home, they could probably become really good dogs, but they just have formed these packs where they run around together and get into trouble. She's the lookout, poor baby.
And I just feel horrible for her. I just feel horrible for her because she cannot go out and graze. She's in her own pasture, minding her own business. She's going out to get something to eat, and she stops dead in her tracks because she's terrified. You all hear that crow? There's a crow, and he's really making a lot of noise out there. So, no, I did not go out and start shooting. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's hard to leave the house. It's hard to leave the house and drive over and do my jobs over here at Longhorn Lester's, knowing that at home right now, with no one around, is Cornholio, who I love. I love that turkey. There's Pablo, who I absolutely love and adore. I'm not as worried about the cows, the horses, the donkeys, the alpaca. I'm pretty sure that Annie and Ernie would protect Indy. But what if for some reason all four of those dogs go into that pasture and they all begin some kind of a chase? Do you think that even Annie could beat off or defend all four of those dogs away from baby Indy? I don't. And so I I was just, I can't help but read comments. And so there are a number of people that were talking about we should put different kind of fencing, put electric wire around all of the property. And just there were so many different things that people were suggesting. But I don't think people understand that logistically, and that's just not feasible. Some things are not feasible. You just can't come and redo all of your fencing to be able to find a way to stop every single predator. And so most people don't have a problem with us catching or even having to shoot um, most predators. I mean, you wouldn't think twice about us shooting a coyote or a bobcat or or such. But as of right now, I'm sorry to say, but the predators that's harassing us the most are dogs, just like the ones you saw right there. Now, yesterday I watched the entire afternoon, and they never came up anywhere near the house. Whenever I left, I told and I let Jake and Brienne know to please keep an eye on things. And as of this morning, everything's fine. The dogs are, I didn't see anything out in the pastures this morning. So I don't know what we're going to eventually do. But I just wanted to once again kind of defend my actions from this past weekend and let you guys know that it's not that I want to do that, but it is something that I do not want those goats to live in fear. And we've lost too many babies over the years to predators. And I would say that our number one predator would be neighborhood dogs. So that's that. Anyway, I I'm not able to read all of the comments. They're flying by so fast. Um, I do see that a lot of folks are saying we should get our own dogs to protect from those dogs, but not every dog. Well, let me just take Heidi for example. My dad has a Doberman Pinscher. Doberman Pinscher. I believe that's the kind of dog my dad has. Heidi. And I would say Heidi is a very good dog. She's very alert. She's protective. And one night, Heidi begins to go crazy barking and there's something outside. My dad opens the door like you do. Your dog runs out into the night to chase away whatever it is. And at that point, my dad heard all this shrill cries from dogs. And by the time my dad can make it out there, Heidi's lying there in her own pool of blood. And a pack of dogs run off. She went out to stop them from whatever they were doing, and they all four jumped on her. And that's horrible. And so she will be crippled for life now because of that. So if you're saying go out and buy your own dogs to protect against those dogs, I mean, I don't really know if that's the wisest thing to do or not. And so, by the way, we already have dogs, and they're good at barking and letting us know things are out and about. But I would not want any of our dogs to have to go out and face, a pack of dogs like that. Anyway, so I don't guess there's. Someone says you should bring Carl back. No, Carl, I mean, I do get it that while we had Carl, we had no issues whatsoever. And Carl did do an amazing job at what he did. But let's not forget that Carl was not living his best life. Listen, it's a true dilemma. It is a true dilemma. And we're going back and forth on what we should do, what we could do, what we should not have done, right and wrong. But it is, in fact, a dilemma that we're having to deal with. And so Jacob has set traps out, and we're hoping that Jake can be successful in catching the dogs. And if we do catch them, at that point, we'll have to decide how we go from there. But I will say this again, and then I'll go ahead and let you have it at that. Is I do think, and I do believe, and this is a what I feel is all of our right to defend your home and your property, your family. And in that case, if it's dogs, even if they're sweet and cute and pretty dogs, and I just hate to know that there's people who have dogs that are not keeping them home, and they're able to go around and form these packs and create such havoc for everybody else. So, all right, my friends, that's all I had for you today. I do have some letters that came in the mail for Lester, and I actually have a whole lot of. I brought the entire mailbox over today, but all of those say Lester and Jamie, Lester and family. I'm a survivor, and so I would rather allow the family to have a chance to open those. But the ones I have today are just to Lester. This one here comes from Wisconsin, and it says "Do not bend." So I'm going to be real careful to open this and not let it bend. So it says, "Wishing you comfort. I'm deeply sorry for your loss. I know Maggie was a big part of the family. I had a dog like Maggie. It will be hard to watch videos and not see her. Love you guys so much." Yes, that is true. Maggie is still showing up in a lot of videos, and I believe that she will for a while. Now, this over here is in a Ziploc baggie, and I'm not exactly sure why. It's a beautiful. So it's kind of like a card, but it has a frame around it, and it says, "Your wings were ready. Oh, but my heart was not." So I don't know if you're reading that forward or backwards, but it says, "Your wings were ready, but my heart was not." And I will say that is exactly that describes my emotions and my feelings to a T. I believe the name here, I don't want to give away too much, is Bralia Wales. So, Bralia, thank you very much. That was sweet, and that was really kind of you. And you said that you had your own dog like Maggie. And I said yesterday, and I said a couple of times before, that I think that all of us, if we're lucky, if we're lucky to have at least one Maggie in our lives, then you consider yourself blessed. As long as there are memory, love lives on. And I agree with that 100%. Hey, Lester, I sent Sweet Maggie a pet memorial stone. The package didn't have a name. I am sure you keep hearing these words, but I'm deeply sorry for your loss. I had a Maggie. He lived to be 14 years old. It's been 3 years since his passing, and I still think and often cry for him when I am having one of those days. I watch your videos, and you always make me laugh or smile. Thank you, from Melissa Salazar. So thank you, Melissa. So just like the letter, the card from Braille, Melissa also said that she had a Maggie in her life once, and she had her Maggie, which wasn't Maggie, but her Maggie for 14 years. And so her Maggie passed away 3 years ago, but even to this day, she thinks about and sometimes cries for her loss. She says she watches the videos and she appreciates the smile and the laugh she gets from those. And I've often said this that I know the videos can be silly, and sometimes, listen, I'll tell you about a comment. I may have already said this in a live, but someone put a comment, and it was funny. And it said that if they want to watch a serious farm video, there's other channels that they can go. They even listed the serious farm channels. Okay, so fine. If they want to watch a serious farm channel, and they give me an entire list of the pages that they watch that are serious farm channels, and that's awesome. But guys, I think I've told y'all from day one that we all have to find ways to laugh. And if you can laugh at yourself and you can get a kick out of what you do, then by all means, that's going to help you live a lot happier life. And so you find things around you to laugh about and to smile about. And if it's animals, or if it's some kind of a farm chore gone wrong, or if it's just something that the dogs are doing, because there's plenty of reasons in life that you can feel sad and depressed and hurt and upset and downbeat. But what you have to do is try to find a way to bring you out of the funk of life. And I'll tell you what, I'm one of those people that have stopped watching the TV news unless the weather comes on and there's something going on in the weather. I will watch the news if I need to see the weather. But I'm going to tell you that I feel like the politics on the news are just plain ridiculous. I think that they all lie. I'm just going to tell you, it doesn't matter who or what channels you watch. I'm so sorry to tell you this, but I'm pretty sure that everybody lies to fit their own narrative. And so I have decided, why am I going to sit there and watch a bunch of liars? Just they're lying, and everyone lies. Every politician just lies. Here's something funny. Jamie and I were talking about uh, people who are very strong and very smart, just brilliant, just these brilliant minds, yet they don't run for politics. They don't run for office. And I says, I wonder why, Jamie, this person here doesn't run for office, or why wouldn't this person run for office? And Jamie said, because they don't want to ruin their reputation with having to lie. And that's probably true. They just lie. And so you sit here and you look at both of our political parties. You have Biden and you have Trump. And I think to myself, can the American people, with all of the brilliant minds and the deep thinkers and the logical and the well spoken and the mannerisms, can't the American people find someone to truly represent who we are as Americans? And you know what? I can probably already imagine. I'm blocking you, Lester, because you hurt my feelings with your political beliefs. You better keep it about animals or I'm leaving. That's fine. I'm not making a political statement. I'm actually making a public statement saying that I'm embarrassed that the best two candidates, the best two, the Republicans and the Democrats can find, have to be Trump or Biden, because they're both embarrassing. They're embarrassing right now, and we are an embarrassment to the world. But hey, that is what it is. Everyone's talking about the next election, and I'm thinking, oh my God, here we go again. Already, it's all about politics. I'm thinking, find somebody we can be proud of. This here comes from Kay Swisher. Ooh, it's the writing is small. In the love that surrounds you, may you find strength. In the memories you cherish, may you find peace. Uh, my dear Lester, I am so sorry to hear about the loss of your Maggie. I saw the tribute to her this morning, and she tells me the date 10 of 22. It included you and Jamie both trying to revive her. My heart broke and my eyes cried again and again. Maggie was so special and amazing. She knew you the best. You two had a strong bond. I've been watching Facebook and sometimes even YouTube. Sometimes I just watch them both and I've been doing that for a few years now. You are my friends and family, and I wish I could give you all a hug. So your card did that hug for you. Thank you for doing that, Karen. Um, she says, take care, stay safe, and I love you all, Karen. Karen, I will say this, and I have said this before multiple times, but you don't know the blessing that we receive from just having folks take the time to watch the videos. I know how annoying the ads can be. I know how annoying you having to sit there and wait for the 5 or 15 or however many seconds. Someone keeps saying, Lester, block Life of Baltimore. Block Life of Baltimore. Now, before I just go block Life of Baltimore, I will do that, but I need everyone to say yes, not just one person, because I don't want one person to say something that offends you and you want that person blocked, because once you block somebody, it's very, very hard to go back and unblock them. Okay, so everyone is saying yes. So if that particular person messages again, I will by all means block them. Please don't make me scroll up and find it. But if that person messages again, then by all means, I will listen to the masses. And you're all saying block this person. I don't know why, because I haven't been able to read and keep up with everything. But I'm sorry for whatever this person's saying. But I would just ask politely if this Baltimore person is still listening, if you're still watching. I don't think that you're welcome here. And I will say this from personal experience that if you don't feel welcome somewhere, don't go. Don't put yourself in a position where you don't feel welcome. I will, and that doesn't matter who you are. If you find yourselves going somewhere you're not wanted, and it becomes obvious that you're not wanted there, you shouldn't stick around because you're only going to leave feeling dejected. And there we go. Okay, so I found them. Give me a second. Life of Baltimore's through my eyes. And my friend, you are now removed from this life. Oh no. If he ends up dead, they're like, Lester, you're going to go to jail for that. You threatened him. So, Life of Baltimore in this life, I'm not even sure exactly what kinds of things he was saying to you all, but he has been blocked. So, okay, so there you go. Um, I guess I'll find out later when I read through all the comments. Okay, I do have three more. If y'all can bear with me, I got three more. Hey, here comes Jamie. Want to walk over?
All I was doing was trying to get to the tree.
Look, I got me a walking stick.
Thank goodness. Can we get you some bubble wrap now?
Now she says all we need is bubble wrap. It's so hard to say goodbye to a pet. I feel for you. I'm thinking of you, and I'm sorry for your loss. You're all in my prayers and thoughts. Maggie will be missed greatly. And I believe that comes from Jennifer. Thompson. Jennifer, you have beautiful handwriting, except for your name. I cannot make out your name for anything. Seriously, your handwriting is beautiful, but your signature could use a little bit of work. I used to joke with my students when I taught school, and I would tell them that. I would like, hey, your handwriting is great, but you need to work on your signature. Um, you know, that Life of Baltimore could very easily go create another account in a matter of minutes. So he may come back. Um, and so if anyone's saying call animal control, let me go ahead and highlight that real fast because that actually has come up more than what you would realize. People don't know this if they don't live in the country. So Lori is reminding folks in all caps with punctuation, there's no animal control. Sheesh. Uh, okay, maybe I exaggerate when I say that, but Lori is right. Lori knows that where we live in the city of Plum Grove, you don't have animal control. And guys, I bet you, if anyone's interested, you could go Google something. Let me see. I've never done this. I'm just curious. I am just curious. Where's it at? Okay, so I'm just curious. This may not show you anything, but if anyone can Google Torrenos, Houston, that's the neighborhood, dogs out of control. I just wonder how many articles or ads or not ads, but articles may come up, photographs, pictures, editorials about the fact that these neighborhoods have a serious problem. And if you think that Lester's family is the only one that has dealt with these dogs, then you're very, very mistaken. You're very, very mistaken. So really, I would encourage anybody that has access to the internet to go take a look at Torrenos, Houston, dogs out of control, and just see if it shows you anything about the number of issues that not just us but everybody is having problems with right now. Okay, let me go ahead and read this. I'm almost done. Please read this privately. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. It says, please read this privately. And it says, if I do choose to share, oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so here's what it says. It says, read it privately, and I can choose, I can decide if I want to share or not. And so, in saying so, that would require me to read it privately. And so, I'm going to put this to the side and not read it now. I'll read the very last one that I have now, and then I might will bring that to you tomorrow if I have a chance. Hold on. So Joanne says that Plum Grove has a change.org about dumping of animals. That's nice. I don't know exactly what change.org is, but I believe that change.org is like a petition. I think that's like an online petition that people can sign, and that will possibly get attention of city, county leaders to possibly make a change. And so that might be something that's going on, but I've not heard about that yet. Over here, there are multiple articles about dogs, it's saying. So, okay. So okay, it looks to me like just from what I'm reading here is there might be a lot of bickering and arguing going on in the comments. Guys, remember that we can always agree to disagree on what was done and what may have to be done in the future. But I do think that a lot of the neighborhood folks bring in dogs because they want to have a pet. And at some point, they either can't afford to feed that dog, or maybe they don't feed that dog enough. They don't have a place for that dog to live as far as an enclosed yard. And those dogs just begin to hang out and roam the streets. And at some point, they become vagabonds and they choose to live that kind of a lifestyle. All right, here we go. Last one, and I promise I'll let you guys go because I got things to do. I know you have things to do. There are some parts of life that can't be wished away. We just have to walk through them. That's pretty powerful. Please know that others are with you in your grief and are here to help you on your journey towards healing. Lester, when I first found out about Maggie passing, I had just finished my shift at work. I was honestly, I did all I could do to not cry. I absolutely love watching her in your videos. Her passing reminds me of the last dog that I had. She was a Cocker mix. Some days it seems just like yesterday that she passed. I miss her every day still. I carry her in my heart, just like you will always carry Maggie. And so she says that we are in her thoughts and her prayers. And that, that was the whole thing about Maggie. And the fact that, talking so much about her with you all is I know that you all have that same loss from your own pets. And so when you see so many people being so kind to us and sending us cards or the things that you put in your comments and the things that you do in some of the handwritten letters and just the fact that you knew Maggie. And I do believe that Maggie will live on for a very, very long time in all of our thoughts and our memories because she was so wonderful. And she was. And I'll say one last thing before I let you go. Let me see if I can call her over. Trixie! Trix! Trixie! So I can't call her over. Millie came. Millie, come here. Come here. Up, up, up. Want to get up? I normally swat her for coming up. You want to come up on my lap? I normally swat Millie and Fiona for jumping up on me. Today I asked her to come up so you could all see her, and she's so smart. But we're letting Trixie hang out here at Longhorn Lester's, and I accidentally called her Maggie a couple of times. And, she follows me around everywhere, and I will jump on the Argo or I'll be going through and I'll say, come on, Mags. And then it hits me that that's not Maggie. That's Trixie. And so I think that you're right. I think Trixie, is going to learn her place here. And I'm not exactly sure how we're going to work it with Trixie, but Maggie will forever have a place in many of our hearts. And it's impossible to go back and find hardly any video where you don't see her. Guys, I just realized something. I have my glasses right here. The whole time I was like, I don't have my glasses. They're right here on my neck. How dumb is that? My glasses, my cheaters are right here. And I'm like, I'm having a hard time reading this over here. I don't have my glasses. Trixie, come here. All right. Come on, y'all look at my, come here. Up. Come here. Get up. Come here. Oh my goodness gracious. Don't make daddy. Doesn't she look just like mama? When you look at this face, don't you see so much of Maggie in her? Don't you see so much Maggie in her? Let me put it down a little bit there. Now, oh my goodness gracious. She's a really good girl. And she has also had to deal. A lot of times we don't understand. We don't think about the fact that Trixie's also having to adjust to loss. And then Fiona and Millie are also wondering, hey, what happened? Where's Maggie? How come you're showing up and you don't have Maggie with you? Because Maggie had become a part of both places, And so we're trying to get Trixie out and about a little bit and teach her the ropes. And I love her. But I'll tell you what, she certainly has her bad habits. She certainly has her bad habits. But I do love her. And she loves Daddy. And we're going to get past this whole Maggie thing together. But we're never going to forget how great Maggie was and how much we love her. Right, baby? I can't think of a better way to end this live. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Don't forget today is Tuesday, so hopefully Jamie will come to live tonight with you guys with her Timeout Tuesday. And you'll catch me all the time. I'm not even gonna announce it. I'm just gonna go live all the freaking time. I'm just gonna go live all the time. So yeah, don't ever think that because Lester goes live, there's something bad happen. Lester goes live just to have someone to talk to. All right. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon. Hey, I will say one last thing. Yesterday I shared a link that a video LE had made of a Maggie and Trixie spotlight video from 2 years ago. If you have a chance, you can see it on our Facebook page, or you can just go to YouTube search and type in. You can type in Flip Flop Farmer. Yeah, maybe. Okay. It kind of hurts my shoulder. And you can find that Maggie and Trixie spotlight video. And it's from Flip Flop Farmer on my son's channel. I don't know how to put a link onto here, or I would show you. But all right, guys, have a wonderful afternoon, and we will see you guys soon. Thank you all for being so good to us.